Morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Toyin Umesiri. How are you today? Feel free to call me Coach Toyin. How was your week been? I just got done teaching a class on magnetic messaging in my academy, and it just made me think about what I wanted to share today: the power of marketing in shaping our values and culture. Listen, marketing is is a very powerful force in the world we live in today. It's an amazing, incredible skill to have. It allows us to spread our messages. But I also wanted to share there's a dark side to marketing as well. The beautiful, amazing things that can happen. And in fact, one of my books that is available in my academy is called Marketing for Christians, right? It's me empowering those who share my core value of faith in giving them the tools to help spread their message, right? So, anyway, I'm going to get into that today. Siva, thank you for joining. Let me know where you're joining from as well. And do share, do invite more people. So, this is going to be more of a relaxed conversation. Whenever I'm in my academy, it's more serious. I just got done workbooks, everything, but now it's just having a conversation. So, yeah, the topic is around the power of marketing in shaping our values and culture. What I just got done teaching in my academy, toyinumesiri.academy, you can find out more and join there. I just got done teaching this marketing and sales skill on magnetic messaging and how to craft a magnetic message. And in that program, I also covered value, shared value, and all of those things. And it's this idea that we engage as humans, we move towards what we value, we invest in things we believe, we show up on behalf of ourselves, right? That's really how the world is wired. Oh, Chicago, so you're here. Nice. Thank you for joining today. So here's the key: we congregate around belief. We do as people, right? We congregate around what we believe, and the power of marketing shapes our value because two things may happen. People may use marketing to strengthen your value and your belief. People may also use marketing to erode value and belief. That's the dark side of marketing. Is that unknown to you, right? When values are being shaped through um, marketing, messages, micro messages, a new culture will emerge. Always, right? Is that a new culture would emerge based on the new values we're establishing. So this is more of the cycle, the bigger picture of why marketing is so important. Is that marketing are the stories we share with the world. It's about what we believe. So it's strengthening anything we reward. When you find yourself in a culture, whether it's corporate culture, whether it's business culture, right? Hi Instagram, thanks for joining us. This is so I'm done with teaching. I'm hosting like a live stream on other platform, LinkedIn. Today is just social media day, really. So Instagram, we're talking about the power of marketing in shaping our values and culture. Again, the power of marketing in shaping our values and culture, right? So I just wrapped up my class teaching on magnetic messaging for entrepreneurs in terms of how to craft your message that will actually bring your people to you, in terms of sales and marketing and all of those things. Okay. But today, I just did this, like, I'm moving on from that. But what I'm just discussing now, this is just a laid back discussion, conversation, is that marketing shapes values, values shape culture. Marketing shapes value, value shapes culture. So marketing can do two things, like I shared. One, it can strengthen the value you already have. It can strengthen it, right? Family values. We can show you images that make you go, yes, right? Family values. So if you think about the 70s before, right? The images you see on TV portrayed a certain value and it strengthened those values. The second thing marketing does is it can erode value and then introduce a new one. It can tell you the old is the old, leave it in the past. Today is modern life. This is how we do things today. Marketing will introduce a new value system by the stories, the new stories, and the new images we want to show you. This is the power of messaging. When you think about the movies you used to watch 30 years ago, the content, the values that were portrayed, fast forward till today, the movies you will see on screen, the things you're seeing all over you that is being presented and projected to you today, they are sitting at the seat of value. They erode value, they introduce value, or they strengthen value. You are being introduced into new messaging today that is telling you to believe this or that, or to strengthen what you already believe. This is how culture, this is how we find ourselves here, right? This is how we got here, guys. When you pick up your TV and you scroll from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and you don't see anything that reflects your core values, listen, culture is being reshaped. What you see today, the stories you are being told today, will create tomorrow. What you believe today will create tomorrow. Why? Let me tell you why. Because of what you value, and because of the culture that is collectively created, because we all value the same thing, the actions you will take will follow you, right? We move and take action in the direction of the things we value. We invest our time, our energy in things we value. If you value family, you will invest yourself in nurturing family. If you value money, you will pursue money. We move based on value, and people will sell you, starting with your value first, right? A new culture. And they'll tell you, don't believe that. That's in the past. Believe this. This is the new. People like us, like Seth Godin will do. People like us today do things like this. Modern, come into the modern life. They will tell you, come into the modern life. Marketing will tell you who to be. If you don't know who you are, marketing will tell you what to believe, how to act, where to show up, things to invest your time, energy, resources into. This is what drives culture, from fashion, music, arts, everything you see, do in the world today. Listen, we will market you, right? Let me see what you're saying. I'm gifted like you. Said, I found my company based upon principles which are stronger than values. Awesome. What is stronger than values? I want to know. Because value drives desire. Or maybe is it desire that drives value? No. The desire, because here's the key. And again, this is informal. So I want this to be interactive. So I'm thinking, okay, you said biblical. Okay. Biblical value. That's why we talk about biblical values. There are all kinds of values. So biblical value move us towards taking action, right? There's a culture behind, right? Those who acted like Jesus Christ were called Christians. Your action demonstrates what you believe, what you think, what you value. Let me give you another scripture, right? It says, like, where your treasure is, your acts will follow. What do you treasure? What do you value? Your money will follow, your time will follow, your energy will follow. The things you do will showcase. If you value music, you would fly halfway around the world to listen, to attend a concert. You will buy music, right? But here is also what to watch out for. You may carry different value, but the one you prioritize is the one you focus on today. Remember, life, okay, whenever I say remember, I'm making an assumption that maybe you've read my articles before, maybe you're in my academy, maybe you are familiar with my work. But if this is your first time of joining, you're welcome. My name is Toyin Umesiri. I train and teach entrepreneurs and government officials. I have my academy. I host international trade summits. I'm always talking about economic development, success. So whether it's national economics or personal economics in terms of you, your family, I'm here to serve and support. So I work with government, I work with entrepreneurs as well, because national economic development is dependent on the collective wealth building activities of individuals in a nation. That is another topic. If you want to hear more, let me know, right? What drives me is, at the end of the day, if you don't equip people with the knowledge, skills, capacity, mindsets, right? Strategy systems they need to build commercial ventures, to scale, to sell, the government can say anything they want. Not much happens. Not much happens. What's one of my own motivations of equipping and training people is to develop the skill. No matter what the government is doing, if you don't have the skill to commercialize, to sell, to tell your story, listen, you are left in the past. Those who do are the ones who run the world. Back to today's topic, the power of marketing in shaping our values and culture. My book, it's not public yet. It's only in my academy. So my academy is where special people go through my stuff first. We enjoy all the things I create. So there's a book in my academy, Marketing for Christians, right? Next month I'm teaching. Next month is around the corner. I'm teaching workbook on marketing for Christians. Why? Is that culture? If Christians carry a certain culture, family values, on and on and on. If you don't equip yourself with the ability, with the marketing strategies to communicate your value, your people won't find you. My sheep hears my voice and listens, right? They won't pay attention. But there are things being done all over the world today. Marketing is a skill. It's based on human understanding, right? You have a message, but you need to understand core value. Because here's what happens. This is the danger, the dark side of marketing, is that once I can get you to shift your value, once I can get you to erode your value, here's what also happens. You give me the power to influence your action or inaction. Let me repeat that. If anybody can sell you a story that minimizes certain things, you won't know, you will start acting differently. This is deep. Like, if I'm in the 360 life ministry, I'll go all spiritual on you. The reason you are lacking confidence is because of the story you believe about yourself. Okay, let me not go there. Let me come back to secular world. Let me keep it simple for everybody to adopt. Jacques Maximo says culture eats strategy for breakfast. Yes, because strategy tactics gets into how we implement certain things. But culture and value is at the emotional state of human being. Emotional. It's not just tactics, right? It's not just mental, right? So one of the things I teach is that when it's time to sell, we have to buy with emotion first, trust factor, believability. Then we justify it with logic. Then we take action with money. 3 stages of buying. That's one of the things I teach in my academy. Emotion first. We connect first with a message at the emotional level. That is where value, belief, all of those things sit. That's why it is so powerful. We connect deeply. You don't know your subconscious right now, as you're skimming through social media. Okay, what got you to pay attention to this stream first is something deeper, right? Because you, even before you hear what anybody has to say, something caught your attention. That's something. I just got done with a list. Maybe I should give you some Right? Because anytime I'm teaching, my academy members understand what I'm saying better. I just went through this list now with my academic members saying, what do people value? Entertainment, music. We are wired for sound as humans. We love looking good. Listen, core value. If you pick any human anywhere in the world and you put two things together that is shining, that's why they say all that glitters is no good, because we love shiny things, jewelries, nice shiny shoes. We love it. Don't fight this thing. Just understand. Humans love nice things. We love to be entertained. We love music. We are created and wired for sound. Some will love rock and roll, some will love R&B, some will love all this. Marketing puts all of these things together to go to your heart, to get you to stimulated, to get you excited, sometimes to get you afraid, depending on what they are trying to sell you. Depending on what people are trying to sell you, marketing will be targeted to moving your heart. And I'm also saying there's a dark side, because the moment someone gets you to erode your value, minimize your value, shift your value, let me give you an example. Most people in the world, okay, this is the power of marketing. You've been sold that materialism, consumerism is a symbol of success. True or false? True or false? This is the power of marketing. A culture has been created, a consumer culture. You've been sold that the handbag, shoes, cars, all of these things, this materialism, that it is a symbol that you have arrived. And guess what? You act, it makes you spend. We spend. Black Friday. I wrote an article, I said, welcome to a happy Black Friday, where everything is on sale except success. The success you've been promised, Black Friday will never deliver it. It will give you consumerism. You will transfer your money from the hands of the consumer into the hands of the producer. That Black Friday is when we move from those who produce the products that we market. That Black Friday is actually the day they dance and celebrate. All the consumer will acquire consumer things, but you will wake up the next day where you are. Nothing has changed in your life. You just spent your money in exchange for goods and services. Listen, don't judge it just on that. Even me, I took kids, I spent money Black Friday. So this is not about whether it's good or bad. I'm saying understand how you've been conditioned. Because once I sell you a value, because spiritual value, Christian value, there's a scripture that means so much to me. I've held on to this scripture. I will hold on to it till the very end. It says the value of a man is not in the amount of his possession. So there's a fundamental core Christian principle that when it is eroded, it is replaced by the value of you is based on what you have in your bank, is based on consumerism, and because of that, you continue to pursue it. Meanwhile, for those of us who know, I love nice things, I will spend, I love all those things, but I will never replace a fundamental value that I have, that I know. When I see another human being, whether they dress nice or they don't dress nice, that is not the value statement by their creator. But marketing has told you, if somebody dress good, put them on a platter. If they don't dress good, put them here. I'm saying your value has been twisted. Marketing has done you wrong. Okay, see, I can't help it, guys. Most people, but the best things in life are free. Eesh. Well, it is another gimmick. Guys, start dropping all the gimmicks that you've been sold in marketing that is so untrue. Success is easy. It's not. Oh my god. Okay, I think I'm exposing. Okay, should I just go back? Should I off this and just go and laugh? I'm sorry, guys. This is why I teach in my academy, my private space. I mind my business because I don't want to ruffle any feathers. Success is free. Who sold you that? Marketing. Success is easy. Who sold you that? Success is an handbag. Success is a shoe. Success is, if you believe it, that's fine. So, what then is the true value of success? What then is success? Right? How do you become successful? What is success? Is it what marketing has told you? I don't know. You figure it out. But in my academy, I break down these things, right? I designed the success equation, right? It's available in my academy. I teach, I train, right? Is that because of marketing, more people are consumers, less people are producers. The real successful people ultimately are the people who are creating something, producing something, right? Because that's the fundamental productive side of humans. And for you to create, you must invest in yourself, personal development. So many people are not investing in personal development, but that same money, remember value and how it shapes culture. We have a culture of consumerism. We don't have enough culture of productivity. And ultimately, this drives the success of nations. This conversation is so important that your personal economics and a national economics or a state economics is dependent on human productivity. But the whole world has sold you consumerism. When people like myself is saying entrepreneurship, creativity, sales, marketing, only producers need those things. Only producers will value knowledge enough to invest in it. It's a value statement. If you don't value your BSc, will you invest 4 years in getting a BSc? No. If you don't value your PhD degree, will you spend 7 whatever years to get it? No. We invest ourselves, our time, energy, we focus and we commit because of what we believe. And many people have been cultured to focus on consumerism because you've been made to believe that is your symbol of success. So when I say academy, when I say masterclass, when I say international summits, people will still, this is the wiring, right? Consumers don't understand what those things can unlock for them. What more knowledge, what more wisdom, how it can empower you to get more success because you think you've arrived because of your shoe and bags. Meanwhile, the people I work with that actually have success that they can buy, and they do buy, the manufacturing plants, the manufacturing facility that produce that shoe. Do you understand? The people who run the factory of the shoe you are buying, you will see them. They are so simple. Independently wealthy people. This is the biggest lesson of success. The real successful people, the independently wealthy people that actually own the company that manufacture all these things you think are success, they themselves, they invest differently. Their value system is different. What they use their money for is different. The investor mindset will make them even borrow to produce more, and then they make money and give it back to the bank. Productivity is their number one value. Consumers, their number one value, consumption. Marketing did this to us, guys. So say you cannot blame marketing. We are responsible for what we believe. Ultimately, yes. But you know what we talk about peer pressure? When kids are in school, peer pressure doesn't end for young kids. As adults, listen. This is if you would listen to me. Remember, this is I'm chill. This is just a phone conversation. Peer pressure doesn't end. I'm telling you, marketing, you know what they say, don't the Joneses next door. Keeping up with the Joneses, keeping up with the everybody, housewife, all these things. You are living in a culture, If you don't stand by your values, right? You said we cannot blame marketing. I'm saying marketing is used, good or bad, depending who is behind that marketing, it will influence you. And what I do is to empower the good side with skills. When I say marketing for Christians, when I say branding, because people that are actually out in the world, really empowering people, equipping people, they don't have the a lot of times people don't have the skills. Back to skills, my book, Mindset of an Entrepreneur: Strategy, Skills, and Mindset for Achieving Business Growth and Success. Grab your copy, go to Amazon, type in my name, first name, last name, Toyin Umesiri. Grab your copy. Start here. It's a compass for everything I'm saying. Is that skill matters. If you're trying to sell something that would change the world in a positive way, if you don't have this skill of marketing, of telling your story, of conveying the value that you stand by, right? You need to know that the people who need what you have, they've been distracted. They are paying attention to something. Go on social media, go on Instagram. You are calling in the wisdom is calling in the street. This conversation, like Proverbs said, wisdom is calling into the street. Pay attention, pay attention. Let me tell you, foolishness too is calling in the street. We congregate on the same platform. Things are wasting people's time, wasting people's life. I say anything that wastes your time, wastes your life, you can't take it back. Your time is the ultimate currency. You have no control. God gave you that currency. You can't stop time. You can't increase it. You can't multiply it per se. It's a currency of heaven. But there are people stealing it from you. You are giving it up away. So you said you cannot blame marketing. Yes and no. I'm saying be aware, be informed that you are being influenced every day. Your thoughts, the stories that shape what you believe about the world today, yesterday, tomorrow, was crafted in a boardroom somewhere. All the things you see on TV, everything you are consuming today was designed for something. Hopefully, you are now more aware. That's what this conversation is about. Here's what's now happening for those who are Christians, believer. If you don't equip yourself, right, to also present your value, this is what happens. We're there today. The future is being created by those who have the skill already, right? Turn on the TV. What are your kids watching? Who created it? Who marketed it? Family values. Where can you go today where family value is marketed and sold to you? You turn on any TV, you watch any movie, you are like, really? What are they selling me right now? That's where we found ourselves. So if you value what you value, you've got to create around that value and invite other people to participate. But if you don't have this skill, those who have the skills are actually shaping, they're eroding values, they're introducing new ones, they're creating new culture. And through that message, yes, today was created yesterday, tomorrow is being created today by the people doing this stuff. Okay. Siva says you have to find clients that can pay for services because they have a need and have funds to spend. Not I will get these funds. Okay. What you're sharing, Ziva, is the understanding most entrepreneurs have, but what I am speaking is a higher form of business development. You are sharing listen, as humans, the moment we want something, money is not an issue. We will put ourselves to work to get the money. So as long as somebody is telling you they don't have money for ABCD, you've not touched value. Because that same money they don't have for your product, they are still going to spend it. I'm saying investigate where they are spending money. Investigate where you are spending money. It's about priority. What they're telling you is your product and service has not been prioritized. And the training I just gave my clients right now is how to how to craft and deliver a magnetic message that you will not get that feedback. Nobody is going to tell you, I can't afford this or that. No, they might tell you something else like, whoa, can I do a payment plan? The conversation shifts if you are engaging at the value statement. One of the things I also train people, this is the technical side of business development, not all this stuff. This is the unsophisticated stuff people are going through, people that don't have the experience. That's what's going on. One of the things I also taught, and this is why pricing strategy, I said, there are many things. This is why you need to be in the academy. I'm just here to play and engage, or just engage. Let me not say play. I'm having fun. So, yes, I'm chilling. But the technical side, the next level technical side, is that it's a value exchange transaction. At the transaction level, when you're trying to sell anything, it's a value exchange. If I'm your customer, okay, if you are my customer, you have money. Your money is your value. My product and service is my value. When I pitch to you, I'm offering you my product and services in exchange for your money. Here's the key. If you, as my customer, potential clients and customer, think your money that you're holding in your hand carries more value in your life than the product or service that I'm offering you, you will start engaging in those, oh, this is too expensive. No, this, all those narrative is because you are still holding the money in your hand means more to you than what I'm offering. When I flip that, when what I'm offering you, right, you believe offers you more value than the money in your hand, you will let it go. The desire for what I have, when it is greater than the desire you have to hold on to your money, you will invest. Okay. It's about value for value. Money. Listen, go and understand the history of money. Everybody's so fascinated. Everybody's so money, paper. It's not about the money. If you go back into the history of why money was printed on paper, listen, this is paper. But this paper holds value. I've done a session before on blockchain, explaining, NFTs, non-fungible token, this. I have a very robust background working with like I deal with government, I deal with these national things, and I deal at so wherever you are, I'll meet you where you are. Whether it's ambassador, right? Government, vice president, I will meet you there because I carry knowledge and capacity to engage at those levels. So let me bring it home. At the national level, government prints money. They release the money into circulation. For you to lay hold of that cash, you have to work, exchange, right? Transaction. You get a job, they pay you time for money. Business development is product and services for money. Listen, I just gave you a life masterclass now. Okay. Back to value. This is piece of paper that holds purchasing power for humans. That's what money is. You're purchasing about, capacity to buy a yacht or a car or a bicycle. The money in your bank gives you capacity. It determines what you can acquire to yourself. It is a powerful tool to buy what you want in the world and bring it to yourself. To buy a house, buy this, buy that, shoe, capacity. You have small money, small capacity, big money, big capacity. Okay. Hold on to that. Money is paper, but the government who issued that paper, dollar, tells you the value of how many paper you have in your bank, and based on what you have in your bank will drive what you can come out in these streets to buy. Commerce. Back to sales. Okay, let me bring, I laid the foundation. Let me bring it back to sales. So when you're trying to sell somebody a product or a service or a program, understand their psychology, that they are looking at their bank and they are looking at you like, Even this conversation is closer to the sale. There's another resource I teach in my academy, customer journey map, problem awareness, this. That final friction of now I know I desire what you have, but the strength of the desire is influenced by the perceived value. If you've not influenced the perceived value, I will hold on to my money and say you hold on to your product and service. But the day I wake up and I say, Tony, that academy you've been talking about, I have to subscribe. That is the day humans will go and look for that money. As humans, we save up. That Nike shoe, lay away, right? If you want something, you can work. If you want wedding ring, you will work 1 month, 2 months. You will save up for anything you want. You will take extra hours. But if you don't want it and your hours is too valuable than what people are selling you, then you won't invest. So the job of the entrepreneur is to demonstrate value first. Because if people who value your value, listen, iPhone, how much have you spent on all those who love iPhone, Apple, and all of those things? You will find the money. You want a computer, you will save up for it. You want to fly and go on vacation, you will find that money. So it's not about finding money. It's not about finding money. Kubola guy said, this is the song I have been playing in my head these days. Everything is about if, right? Kathy, okay, you've created your Kathy avatar. If Kathy, who is your avatar, your client avatar, would find the product and services valuable enough to willingly give me her money, or even if she doesn't have it today, to promise herself that she will commit to go and find the money and invest in it in the future. That is the ultimate conversation we want to have. But whenever you hear me, I don't have money, no, they don't want it enough. You don't want it enough. You want a computer, $2,000 computer, you will invest, you work for it. You don't want it, you won't work for it. You want it, you work. So this is why I teach all these things, right? Let's not get things confused. Sylvia said, only way they have to pay for it is to get the report on what else is needed to be prepared to get. Okay, I'm not on this. Break that down a little bit further. You and get the loan with what documentation? Listen, you're talking about loan. Consumers will go to a bank to get money to come to buy a house for their own personal use. Producers will go to the same bank, get the same money, and use it to build an hotel. Or an hotel that they will now multiply and make more money. So money in your hand is a seed. It can be a capital or something you eat, just like the farmer, right? So money is a tool. And the person in whose hands it is, their value will determine where they put it. That is the point I'm trying to make. And marketing has told you a story and created a culture that is influencing what you value and where you're putting your money. So when somebody like myself come and we say academy, you'll be, that culture hasn't told you that you need to learn, that you need more knowledge, that you need more strategies, that you need more systems, that you need to develop more skill. That culture, you've not been marketed that to get more success, to do everything God wants you to do, that your BSc, MSc may not get it for you, that there's a new knowledge you must pursue, that there's a new skill you need to develop, marketing, branding, sales, and you need to find somebody that will teach you and spend time to train you. But marketing hasn't told you that. So you will still take all the money you earned. You will still consume it. You will still spend it on shoes. Nothing wrong with shoe. Listen, I am shoe lady. I am bag lady. What I'm saying is, please never mistake the investments you put into looking, smelling, right? All the consumer things you and I do. Don't ever mistake it as the true success value that will get you all the results you say you want for your life. That's all I'm saying. Be aware. So when people like myself come in and say academy, you won't shrug. You won't minimize. You won't discount. Oh, why is it? It's because you don't know value. You don't listen. You discount knowledge, knowledge discounts you. Period. The BSc you invested in that you valued got you where you are. So if you discounted BSc and say, why should I have to spend 4 years getting this degree? Why do I have to go 2 years into getting a master? Why do I have to spend 4 years? It's too long. And read these books. Why do I have to buy these books? Why do I have to do this? Why is this teacher discount it? You discount that knowledge and that degree. You will live a life discounted to the level of that the knowledge you don't have because you didn't go to school. You will operate at that level. The people who discounted BSc, who discounted all these things, you know where they are, right? I see what you're saying. Brokers seem to get in the way of project owner, bro. Okay, Siva, you are going into some, I think you are speaking your industry terms. Which industry are you operating in? I need, like, for you to really grasp what I'm saying, step back, move more into the psychology space, human behavior, human sciences, get into that world. When you grasp what it is, you can then implement and use that strategy to grow your business. I do the sales process twice to make sure. Okay, reach out to me. You are going really, really tactical there. Um, there's a lot of mindset things. We have to come at this thing with the right mindset, because here's the key. People dive into the world of tactics and they get into tactics, and those tactics they are deploying is not getting them any result. Why? Because they are applying the wrong mindset, the wrong approach. Right? So many people are okay. So, example, social media, create more content. Everybody today is spending countless hours, content. Let me create content. So they are in the weed. But if only you would just stand back and see the rat race they've put you in. Listen, get off the hamster wheel first, right? The wild goose chase you've also been marketed and sold. Content creator, content this, create more. Nobody's bothering telling you what I'm teaching you right now. That's the problem. Okay, debt finance. Okay, so here's the key. Yeah, there are so many applications to everything I'm just sharing, right? I just got done teaching. So when I'm teaching on a topic, I dive it down, and my members, we are very structured. So we've taught mindset. So there are 10 weeks program in the academy, mindset, right? Business accelerator, right? So that you understand the 360 side of business development, because people are just picking, they're all over the place. People are all over the place, right? People are all over the place. So you have to stay focused. You have to find, this is why I designed the roadmap, is you start and you know where you're going and you commit to that journey and you invest yourself in doing everything that it takes. But what I've just shared right now is this idea again that marketing is used to shape culture, right? To shape values, and values over time create the culture. What we collectively care about, what we collectively believe about ourselves, about the world as a community, is the culture we share. So if you want to change culture, shape belief, shape value. So one of the things I train my members on is go to the seat of shared value for you to design your magnetic message, for you to understand the people that actually will work with you. Let me give you a practical example. So every time I talk about the academy, okay, the shared value, the core fundamental belief really is that it's for people who already understand the value of knowledge. It's a requirement. Because if you're out there and knowledge is cheap, I can't help, honestly. For me, 16, 17, 18 years ago, as a student, a grad student, master's, getting my Master's of Information Systems, I was presented with an offer to invest in SAP certification as an immigrant student. Okay. And the marketing message then was the school had negotiated with SAP to bring the cost of this certification, 2 weeks training plus exam. If you pass, you get the certification. If you don't pass, you get the training. The school had negotiated with SAP to bring the true value, the true pricing for non-students is $5,500 US. But for all students, as long as you're a student, the school negotiated and brought it down to 1,500, what we call 1,500, 1,500 US dollars, 1,500, as far back as 17 years ago. This story, right? Because I value knowledge, I value that certification, I believed in it. That was my first credit card in America. I couldn't go back to say, give me 1,500 to people, right? I had a very strong desire to be a certified SAP consultant. That was what it offered me, to become a certified SAP consultant far back as it's 70 years ago. That's why I say it's not about money. If you want something, you will figure it out. That's what we all do. Value, what we believe. I got that certification. I got 3 job offers: Whirlpool, ThyssenKrupp, Federal Mogul. I sat back, picked which one. I was offered 3 jobs. I picked which one. And the one I picked, I negotiated 20,000 more entry level. Like I told them the story of my certification. I said, I've invested in myself. You see this certification? I paid for it. So when I show up at your job, I'm ready to perform. You don't have to train me. So add that money, compound it, and add it to my base salary. I called HR. I love your offer, but please add more. Oliver Twist. Because of my audacity to invest in myself. 17, how many years ago? So when I see people out here, you don't want to invest in knowledge capacity to grow your business. We can't deal. We don't share common value. The only people that would come into that will even consider my academy, you value to empower. You want to empower yourself with knowledge, with deep insight. I come to you as someone that served biggest brand in the world as a strategist. Executives at the biggest company in the world, they listen to what I have to say. I serve on a board, $1 billion. People listen to me. I train government, I train this. And if you don't put a value on that, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, keep moving. That's it. That's it. You have to value what I value, because I am investing my time, energy, and resource to create solutions for people who value what I value. So as long as you are discounting anything, classes, courses, events, anything I put out there, if you discount it, you are not going to invest in it, guys. Let's just put it that way. Kabbalah guy says, oh my God, I have to put this. Miss Kabbalah guy. She For those who are watching here, she said, I found the money to get into your world. Best investment of 2022. Listen, let me close this out. Miss Kabbalah guy, you are so special. I don't know what to say, because I didn't ask for this. Of our own hearts, knowing the value she continues to enjoy, how she's growing her business, she said, I found the money to get into your world. Best investment of 2022. I need to take a screenshot. This is too good. These things we can make life easier for ourselves, guys, as entrepreneurs. So I'm speaking to entrepreneurs now. Please make life easier for yourself. Value your work. Value your time. Value everything you are creating. You know why? Painter is someone skilled with painting. Somebody will draw a painting, sell it for $20. Another person will invest time drawing, sell it for $20 million. Please, what is the difference? What is the difference? One person with gifts from heaven to draw will draw something, sell it for $20. Another person with the same gifts will sell their own painting for $20 million, and people will be bidding for it. Going, gone. You know that billing. Another painting will be on the streets selling for $20. Another painting will be in the gallery, and people will pay to come and see your painting and bid to the highest level to acquire your creation. Guys, you are living in the same world. This is why I teach what I teach. This is my passion for teaching. If you don't tell your story, and if you don't know your value, and if you don't tell the world that what you have created is special and will unlock incredible things for people, guys, you get what you get. I spent a month teaching branding in the academy earlier this year. It's there. It's week 3 in the 10-week business transformation journey you have to take, the roadmap to business growth and success. If you don't tell your story, if you don't brand, your value, your perceived value, passive value starts from 0. I'm not saying your value as a human. I'm saying the value of your creation. The perceived value of what you create. The perceived value of what you dedicate your time to create, whether it's a cup of Coca-Cola, a cup of Pepsi, the investments people make to bring those things into the marketplace. How we perceive their brand, Coca-Cola, how we perceive Nike, how we perceive you is based on you. No, the world, listen, the world is a blank slate. Listen, all these tools that we're using to engage, that I'm using right now to engage different people around the world, you have it. We are living at a time where you now have access. You don't have an excuse because you have access to tools that can unlock similar values that the biggest brands in the world used to have. Listen, when COVID happened, before COVID, Oprah would sit on these majestic stages, bigger than life things. They had the budgets. When COVID happened, everybody is live streaming. The same Instagram you're on, Oprah is there. The same live stream. So whether it is Oprah or whether it's Toyin Umesiri, we can speak. You don't have excuses. You have access. But what you do with the cell phone in your hand, with all of these amazing things, you don't have excuses anymore. You have access to incredible tools that if you know what you are doing, if you know the things I teach in the academy, you will be busy using and maximizing all the tools that is being released into your hands today. And if you don't know what you're doing, listen, you will be the pawn of the entire system the world is using. I'm just saying it as it is. Hopefully this empowers one person to awaken. You can be a producer creating products and services that you will sell to get unlimited returns, or you can do what you've been marketed to. You can continue consuming. Just listen, you don't have to do anything. You don't even need to keep listening to me. If you're a consumer, don't worry. Just keep working and spending your money. Work, spend. Don't create anything. Listen, my office is free. I create lipstick, skincare, everything. I create everything because I come from the world of the number 1 retailer in the world. Millions of products that drives economies of nations. That's why I started with international trade first. I know too much not to create. I will sell you lipstick. You will love it. Listen, I work with my formulator. We will create you the best. I'm big on skincare, guys. No wrinkles. That's why I don't like people giving me stress in entrepreneurship. That's why I designed my business the way I designed it. Because I realized that entrepreneurship, if you let people stress you, they will stress you. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I love life too much. I created my academy. I created International Trade Network. You will come and find me. I'm not coming to you. Do you know what it means to be chasing people when I'm hosting events? Oh my God. That's why I talk about magnetic message. Do you know what it takes to gather people from all over the world to a location? Try it. It's a lot of work. So when it was time that I want to teach, right? I have over 300 resources, articles. I've written over 200 articles in the classes, courses. I just released another workbook. I would do my part. But what I decided to do is to create one location. You want it, join. You don't want it, stay on. So keep scrolling. Because I made my own life easier because I'm doing entrepreneurship my way. That's what I teach. When I teach entrepreneurs, do it your way. Design. Listen, if you want to go to Harvard, you follow the Harvard process. You don't bring your process to Harvard. No, Harvard wants simple life, one process. You want to work with a bank, you don't bring your own process. You don't dictate to the bank how the bank should work with you. No, the bank will say, you want what we can give you? Please, here's the form. Go online, download it, provide this. They will give you a list of everything. If you want it, you comply. If you don't want it, you go to the next bank. It's the same. That's what I talk about. I think this morning I was talking about boundaries. A process is a boundary where you used to provide instruction to your clients, your customers, your employees. You don't have processes, chaos. Institution exists to bring order to chaos. So on that note, I'll start wrapping up. Battery here is running down. I hope this has been fun. It's been fun for me. I know it has been informative. You've gathered more knowledge, more insights. Hopefully, you're approaching life a little bit differently, understanding that marketing is a tool. The producers, we will leverage marketing. We business owners, right? We will leverage marketing, the power, right? To communicate our values, to invite other people that value what we value and care that we care into our world to participate in our universe and ecosystem because we believe that we will empower ourselves with knowledge, with the skills, right? To achieve more success. If you are a consumer, everything I just said just went this way because you've been trained to spend your money, spend your time on consumables. We, the producer, we spend the same time, the same 24 hours that God gave you and I. Producers will invest it to create more. It's like the farmer. We've been given seed of 24 hours. Some will eat it up. We will divide it. We will eat some up because we need to, right? But the rest, we will put it back in the ground. Invest in it. We will weed it. We will water it. We will pray to God for multiplication. And when the harvest comes, consumers will wonder, we started the same way now. We started with the same. Guess what? You ate all your seed with no harvest. Producers will eat some, and the little they planted, you start seeing them reap. On the day they are reaping, on the day they are releasing books, on the day they are creating, you start seeing their creation. Do not complain. Just go back. Go back to the same principle. Your 24 hours, where are you investing it? Your time, how are you investing it? Your money, is it yielding you harvest? Or you are listening to buy bag, listen, I love bag. I'm a bag lady. Like, I love fancy things. I love it. But I'm saying divide that investment up. Enjoy fancy things. Deny yourself a little bit. I walked away from the 6-figure pay, the bonuses of the plushwood of Fortune 1 management, all those things. I denied myself temporarily in pursuit of all these things that I've put in my books, my academy, my courses. So when you see me all over, I invested first in myself. Everything I had is like the Bible word. I saw a field, it held more value. This world that I saw in my future offered me in my imagination I higher value than what I walked away from. As long as where you are, right, holds more value to you, you will stay there. In my own mind, the way God showed me, the future God showed me that I'm living in right now, I took the risk. I invested myself. I used all I had to build what I now have. Listen, so let nobody come and play and minimize or reduce and tell me anything. No, the life you invest in, the quality you put into that life will determine the future you live in. And if you're not ready to put anything into that, that's okay. Keep consuming. I have that clarity. There's a value statement here. You value knowledge, you value capacity, you will study. Listen, Miss Kobalaga is here every day. Like Friday, she's already booked an appointment. My members will book an appointment. She's ready to. People are building, guys. People are building. And so in the future, when you see their creation publicly and you see them making moves, please remember they made an investment you failed to make. On that note, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, guys. Thank you so much. Listen, I prefer sometimes to just, be, hey, Toe, that's, but sometimes we just have to speak truth. I hope you value my truth. I care. I share because I care. And I pray that you know that I care and you care enough to move yourself closer to everything God has for you. God bless you. Bye.